Yeah, so my title is now Remake This One, Capcom, you something or others, because I'm not allowed to put cowards!
You could have said Capcom, you non-brave people. Hello, Lolo. Hey, Lolo, did you know that if somebody says hello and Lolo really quickly, it sounds like hello? I bet you never heard that one. Nobody ever said that to you.
Never, not even once. It's never happened.
When they say goodbye to Lolo, it's hello de Bislo? No, that doesn't.
No, that one was rough. You can do better. You can do better.
Lolo de piss off.
Lolo de fucko.
No, that's when he's being rude, which is never, because Lolo's never rude.
I disagree. I disagree.
Lolo has never been rude to me.
There is
a day in his
one
life.
time that he will be rude, and that is when playing competitive games.
I have never had Lolo say anything bad in my presence, ever.
I have, and it's specifically when playing anything competitive.
What did you play competitively with him?
Anything.
I mean, he says you, like, you asshole, but he doesn't say you asshole to you. He says you asshole to the game. Yeah, exactly. That's being bitchy.
I see.
Rude would be like if I said, you know, man, I really like the Master System, and then Lolo would respond like, yeah, I'm not surprised you would like the Master System.
That's such a weird example.
I'm trying to find a authentic conversation, and I can think of the Master System because I've talked about it with Lolo, obviously, because Lolo's a retro gamer.
Okay.
Okay, the other one would be, of course you wouldn't like a Famicom disc system, Bear. Not surprised you have no taste.
To be fair, I don't like the FDS either, because I think a lot of the games on it are absolute shit, but you know.
I mean, it turns out a lot of games on every system are shit.
Yeah, it's like why I don't like the MSX.
But didn't the MSX give us Toho?
I thought that was PC 98.
Could be. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it was PC 98, okay. Porn and Toho, the two things it's known for.
God, I lost the link. I used to have a Tumblr blog that had extreme aesthetic gifs of PC 98 and 88 games. Were not porn.
I follow PC 98 bot on Twitter, so there's that at least.
Do I follow? I should follow. Oh no, it might be dead because the Twitter updates. I do follow it. Oh, thank God, it's still alive.
Yeah, no, it was great. Okay, but it was a really good bit, Lolo.
You Philistines.
Hey, I got it right. Fuck you, Morathian. Fuck this. I'll be right back. I need water.
It's big talk, Morathian, coming from somebody who doesn't know that Need for Speed was originally a 3DO game. Got you. Or that Tomb Raider was originally a Saturn game. The Bad Apple game was a... Wait, Bad Apple is a game? I thought Bad Apple was a dance bit. I didn't know Veronica could go to Haya Squares. Okay, so we are doing Code Veronica X. I wasn't sure which Code Veronica Torpid decided to do in the end. Yeah, back when I was in high school, I knew a friend and a bunch of friends who did do a dance group for Bad Apple and performed at a local festival in Belgrade. That was a lot of fun. Fucked up square polygon hallway. So what haunts my nightmares and Tomb Raider is pushing block puzzles. Playing Sokoban 3D all the time. Except you can pull. Imagine Sokoban, but you can pull the boxes. That's pretty good, though. It looks actually very good. It looks like Metal Gear VR missions. So you would have to simplify the level significantly to be able to tell anything. I mean, how did you experience the polygons so that they haunt you? Did you just see a GIF of it, or did you play the game and it bugged out and it was just squares?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
What are you talking about?
Oh, we're just talking about Tomb Raider for the Sega Saturn.
Mmm.
But we should talk about Code Veronica X for the Dreamcast. That's the one you're playing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't realize that Veronica X had a Dreamcast version until you told me today. I thought that was the name for the PlayStation 2 version.
I'm busy munching on food.
I see. ASMR torpid eating.
God, that's disgusting.
There's an audience for it.
There is. Not mine, though.
Imagine if, like, you accidentally stumble upon, like, oh, people really like it when I eat on stream, and you don't understand that, but you have to build your entire audience around it, and all of a sudden you have, like, 1,000 people, but they only watch and subscribe and everything if you're eating on stream.
No.
You have to have a redeem munch a cookie on stream. Take a chip and eat it.
Sounds horrifying.
So you can't start a stream without a bag of chips for the redeems.
I have a bag of chips next to me, actually.
Eat a hot chip and lie to me, Ricky.
I'm not gonna open the bag at the moment. I mean, it's technically open, but I'm not gonna reopen it. Just, I don't feel like eating chips.
About bag of chips. I don't have a bag of chips. So.
It's specifically Cape Cod sea salt. Cape Cod is the brand.
Sea salt chips are like one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, no, they're kettle cooked too. So really, really crispy. It's nice.
I'm also fine with like onion cream chips. Those are also okay. But in general, like, oh, you can just get salt chips or something that's very light.
Okay, I will give you a gift, Bear.
Oh, are you sending me chips?
No, I'm letting you see the stream.
Oh, okay.
I ain't got the money to send you chips, homie.
That's what I should do. I should just like have a throne link, and it's just like it's just snacks.
Oh, I have 3 blocks free on my port A save.
What have you been saving?
You really want to know? There's only 2 games that I have for the Dreamcast.
What do you have for Dreamcast?
First
I'm
off,
curious.
is 7 Mansions 2,
Okay.
and the other is The Ring, Terror's Realm.
Oh right, you did stream that shit.
I streamed an entire single stream of that.
Yeah, I remember watching it, like having it on the side at work, and a colleague being, "What the fuck is that? It looks so creepy." And you were fighting the final boss, and I was like, "Really? You think this is creepy?"
It's so not creepy. Oh wait, yeah.
Also, yeah, you need to show the stream to like people.
Midwestern town,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Raccoon City has been completely decimated due to the T-virus outbreak.
They don't need to see it.
By the international corporation Umbrella. Claire Redfield, who arrived in Raccoon City to search for her lost brother Chris, and a rookie police officer, Leon S. Kennedy, managed to escape from the city. But their ordeal was only a prelude of things to come.
Wait, she was searching for Leon S. Kennedy?
Apparently.
3 months later.
The suspension bridge affected a real number on Claire.
Your identification number is WKD 4496. Welcome to your new home.
Her name is Claire Redfield. We caught her trespassing in our Paris lab facility 10 days ago. She apparently infiltrated the complex looking for her lost brother, Chris Redfield, one of the surviving members of RPD's famous STARS teams.
I see she ditched the bodysuit and got some real pants.
Sadly. Yeah, that was basically state of the art when it came out.
I mean, it's not bad looking.
No, but I specifically remember like magazine screenshots highlighting how good the game looked.
Like, it looks pretty good, you know, aside from the crunchy video due to compression.
You want to see that on the CRT?
No shit.
Back in the day, old games look small and crunchy.
Also, that's fucking sick as hell.
Yeah. I don't know when she learned to be this good at, like, being a not student and being an action hero instead.
Raccoon City does something to a person.
She didn't do any of this shit in Raccoon City.
Don't move.
You can really feel how actually 4 became.
Yeah. Well, this was meant to be Resident Evil 3, and they were like, and Sony was like, no, no, you can't put Resident Evil 3 on Dreamcast. No, and then Capcom was like, fine,
Yeah,
we'll call this one something else, and then Nemesis can be Resident Evil 3.
it's just like you can see how things ended up in that direction.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, even in 3, like Nemesis, you can see that they have a lot more action inputs. Like you have the sidestep and quick
Yeah.
turn and
I
a lot of other stuff.
I meant like aesthetically. Like with her doing that sick move with the gun.
Yeah, although 4 had a lot of different tones before they settled on action.
Hmm. Really drawing this cutscene out, aren't they? If only.
Thank God you have Chris's lighter.
Okay. I might be having some,
I had the exact same thing when I played this. The inputs didn't make sense compared to classic Resident Evil. You're just having actual input issues.
No. No, I'm not. It just doesn't make any sense.
Hmm. So are your actual bindings correct?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
But you're having troubles with the in-game input?
Okay.
No, this is called Veronica X, but the Dreamcast version. You might want to go to the key config and change the type to something else, if this is giving you headaches.
I'm trying to figure out which is the button to use to actually interact with things in my inventory.
Is it circle?
No. Oh, God. No. Why is it? No. No. Okay. That's not quite what I want.
Yeah, none of these are good, because I don't think any of these are actually the same as the PlayStation version, because in the PlayStation, run isn't square.
Yeah, if I could swap B and X, that'd be great, but,
Yeah, I had this exact... they never fixed this. This is a problem in every version of Code Veronica. It actually just does not control like classic Resident Evil for no discernible reason. So you just gotta have to get used to it.
I can make it work. As long as I have this in the right spot. Oh, Noah, man! You don't look so good, buddy.
Does this have subtitles?
Perfect.
I'll check again after the cutscene.
Go on. Get out.
It does
of
not.
here.
Damn.
This place is finished. I don't know, it might have been a special forces team. But in any case, this prison's been taken over. Troops have been wiped out.
What are you saying?
You're free to leave the complex.
This game does actually
You may
look
as well
really
know You
good.
have no chance of getting off this island.
And what about you? What are you going to do?
Don't worry about me.
Okay.
Okay.
You got
So
it, Chief.
before you start, I just want to explain to people something I will be doing that we didn't necessarily do for Resident Evil 2. So this game has a few fuck you moments that you need to be told to avoid them. So I'm gonna be telling Torpid when these moments happen, hey Torpid, don't do this or don't forget this. Otherwise Torpid might not be able to finish the game because it gets bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I'm gonna tell you right now you should do your best to always have at least 2 healing items available to you in your item box.
Okay.
This is very. I'm not gonna say when it becomes relevant, but do your best to have healing items in your reserves. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. And when I say healing items, I mean full heals.
Oh, this feels weird on a stick. Nope, going back to D-pad. Rest in peace,
You might be able to
Rodrigo.
talk to him.
I will say, this game actually does look pretty good.
Yes, this game looks fantastic. Don't forget the knife.
Yep, I saw it.
Okay. So, I believe, if I'm correct, that this game actually has a useful knife. So this is like the only Resident Evil game where the knife is worth using.
I feel like... Not to be rude, but I feel like there's a bias here given how you finished the game.
No, I didn't finish it with the knife. I'm just saying, like, actually, the knife in this game is very useful.
Really? I could have sworn you had to beat the final boss with the knife because you ran out of ammo.
No, that was Resident Evil 2 Remake. If I had to beat the final boss with the knife in this game, I wouldn't be able to.
I remember there was something funny with you in the final boss.
Yes, I'm gonna warn you about that when we get to it. There is something which, if I hadn't done, I would not be able to beat the game. Like, period.
No! My memory
I would
card is
argue
too gunked up.
I would argue that the knife here is more useful than Resident Evil 4 original. It's hard to say for Resident Evil 4 Remake, because that one's like kind of cheating because it's like a core gameplay feature.
Yeah, the knife in RE4 Remake is incredibly important.
Yes. Also, this game is very dark, and you can use the lighter to make it less dark.
Yeah, that seems like the idea. It's just, you know... I have two
But
hands!
It's a Doom lighter.
I have 2 hands!
Okay, Chad, but you didn't actively fight enemies with the knife in RE4. You use it as a supplemental thing. Here you can actually actively fight things with the knife. You just need to be a bit more careful. Yeah, so I played this for the first time last year. I did not have a great time.
Yeah,
I have a lot of choice opinions about this game.
I could have done a different version, because as Bear mentioned, there's a PS2 version, but I chose this one, because this is the one that I played when I was a kid.
So if you press... I can't remember which button it is on the emulator, but you can actually have the little status VMU on your screen. Might be somewhere in the inputs. Go there. Yeah, there we go. Show VMU. It's F5. There we go. So if you want that, you could have it there. You don't have to, but you can toggle it on off in F5.
Yeah.
I thought it was very handy when I did Resident Evil 2. I don't know more anything. I've never been able to move it. I've only seen it that far.
Oh no, they're coming out of their graves.
Yeah, which makes no sense. But it didn't make sense in Resident Evil 3 either, so who cares at this point. Hey Faye, how you been? Haven't seen you in forever.
I am so sorry, Joey. I will. Is this the so-called Monster Mash?
I don't know.
Because it was a graveyard
But,
smash.
But welcome to the real world. You're just surrounded by zombies, RE2 style.
Okay, let's see if I can actually
So
remember.
you can just leave. You can just hit the bricks.
Later, losers. So yeah, as I was mentioning, yeah, the Claire portrait on the controller screen's pretty good. I want to see if I can adjust where those are.
Yeah. Maybe you can just turn them off if you don't want them.
Yeah, I could, but like,
I don't think it lets you. If it is, it's in the video or something.
it certainly isn't.
Yeah.
Nope. It don't look good.
Yeah.
But
Yep. Yeah, I've been doing well.
oh my god. Please, game. I want to mention my experience with this series.
No, it's code Veronica. It's high octane action.
Wait, don't shoot.
Who are you?
Huh? You're not a zombie. Well, great. Wait right there. I'm coming over.
Did you just jump out?
Sorry about that little misunderstanding. But I thought you were another one of those
Shut up.
Just your
Make
accent.
one wrong move and I'll shoot.
He's very Canadian, I think.
Relax, beautiful. I said I was sorry.
He really
Funny
is.
I was a
He's
prisoner on this island. And I'm guessing you're not from Umbrella either.
No, I'm Claire. Claire Redfield.
Claire. Nice. I'll remember that. Hey, I heard there's an airport around here. And once I find it, I can finally escape from this crazy island. Well, I'll see ya.
Hey, wait up.
I don't want you following me, lady. You'll only slow me down.
okay, but if they remake this game, that man needs to sound exactly as Canadian.
Judging by how they treated Carlos in the remake, no, he's going to become a normie.
No, I want him to sound painfully Canadian the way he meant to.
Also, I believe if you read the play manual in your inventory, it might just be put to your files, so you'll have a free slot.
It's really weird that this is in-game.
Well, it was in-game in Nemesis as well. Oh, this does have a quick turn. Okay, it makes sense this will have a quick turn.
The action button.
So, you see that little part that says about security boxes?
Yeah?
This is very important. There are 2 item boxes. One of them tells the truth and the other always lies. But anyway, it's been removed from inventory, so now you have a slot.
So there are security boxes which don't carry over and item boxes that do.
Yes. Yes. I will warn you when it's relevant. You don't need to stress out about it. It is something that I was told ahead of time when I played, and again, I would have had a very bad time if I wasn't told.
I want you to know that I keep reflexively hitting the menu button to run.
Yep, that was my playthrough. The controls in this are just weird, and like you use the PS1 layout, and I don't know. Yeah, Carmine and Lou Lane. Follow.
I did forget to mention Hey Black Jacket. But yeah, no.
Hey, Black Jacket.
I wanted to mention that I have played this game before. Not a lot of it. I definitely didn't finish it because a friend of mine as a kid owned it. And I would play it occasionally when I went over his house because he had a Dreamcast. I didn't. Which may have been for the best.
Whoa. I don't know. I'm willing to put up with a lot of stuff, but not Dreamcast slander. If y'all can have the Wii U and talk about how underrated and beautiful that system was, I can have the Dreamcast.
Look, Lane, that friend had far bigger issues than owning a Dreamcast. Like, the fact that he was...
the Master System.
No, he was allergic to dust mites.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure was.
That's why he owned a Dreamcast, because it's the cleanest system.
Hey, could you bring that back? That might have some ammo on it. Please? No? Okay. Jerk.
Yeah, this is not the worst of the Resident Evil games. They're like, if we count numbered Resident Evil and like the Revelation type spin-offs, this isn't the worst one, but it's not good.
Okay, this or 6?
I would rather replay so. No, I would rather replay this. Sorry, I meant to say. I only want to replay 6 over Resident Evil 0.
Congrats, Joey. I'm proud of you. Okay, let's see. Locked with a pat.
You don't have a lockpick. You're not a master of unlocking.
Oh, I was just gonna stab the lock. Hitcha! Hitcha!
That doesn't work in real life either, though.
You've clearly never... Oh my god, I hate it! It feels
Yeah.
bad!
I'm telling you, I had the same thing. I do think they should remake this one, because I'm the opinion that you should remake bad games as well, so you can make them good.
Okay, but like, Lane, 3 boats is still the funniest shit in the world.
I love 3 boats. I fucking lost my shit.
3 whole boats!
Zero strap in it. I had like a back and forth with another streamer where I said 0 was worse than 6, and they were like, "Oh no, I don't agree." I'm like 0 is really bad though. Oh wow, he just instantly stood up. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about that.
The zombies do look more gnarly than in the PS version. Or PS Resident Evils.
Okay, he's dead, actually.
It's dead. Yeah, it's a bit hard to see the bloodstains.
Also, they really are proud of that lighting engine they got going.
I mean, this was the shit when it came out.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's a fucking Morrowind whiff noise!
Everything you hear is a Morrowind whiff noise.
No, this is it though! It's probably using the same damn sound library.
I mean, probably. I was gonna say, people say like, oh, Resident Evil 6 is so long. If you would play the worst campaign in Resident Evil 6 and count that as a full game, it would still be better than Resident Evil 0.
Yeah, the secret way to make Resident Evil 0 better is by pretending it never exists.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
Like,
I hope you don't stream that one.
No,
I'm
no,
not gonna
no,
have
no.
sympathy for you if you do.
No, Code Veronica, I would argue, is at least interesting.
Yes, Code Veronica is interesting. I think Code Veronica is really good with atmosphere. I just think the balancing and the setups in Veronica are bullshit.
And also, I have a slight history with Code Veronica, so there's that too. But yeah. No,
I have a history with Resident Evil 0. I bought Resident Evil Remake HD when it came out on Steam, and that was the first time I played it, and I was like, wow, this is so good. This is like one of my new favorite games of all time, because I never played it before. And then they released 0, and I'm like, wow, I can finally play 0? I'm so excited. I hope it's just as good as Resident Evil 1 Remake. And then it wasn't.
Lulane, there are a few games I will never do. Now, there's one that I say I'll never do, but is still in the back of my mind, even though I really shouldn't do it. But 0 is definitely one. No, God, no. Martian Gothic bimbification.
Oh, that you really should not do that. So somebody made a point about Rebecca, which I will agree with. Also, I hate the font in this; it's too clean. And that is that, like, Rebecca basically got, so assuming she had a normal work day, then she got called in the Arklay Mountains in the evening for an emergency, spent the entire day awake, and then ended up in the mansion and was also there the entire day. So it's kind of like, yeah, she got a really raw deal. She's been awake for like 3 days straight. Oh, it's the... But you can stab that one. Oh, there is another one next to you. Oh. There you go. That's why the knife is good, because it hits multiple times. See?
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's why the knife in this is like the best one, because it like hits on every frame.
Yeah, I will say this. Rebecca is like the most unfortunate character of the STARS members in Resident Evil.
Yep.
She gets it
'Cause
bad.
yeah, because then she quits the STARS immediately afterwards, because she's like, holy shit. Like, almost all my friends died. And then leaves, and then her science team dies.
Don't forget, she goes to college, but also goes on the her adventure that is the Resident Evil stage play.
Yep.
And then she gets her degree, works at a science lab, and all of them get fucking murdered.
Yep. So she gets a raw deal, so I don't blame her for being annoying in Resident Evil 1. Or 2, really. Or sorry, 0.
But yeah, no, Zero... Honestly, I feel like Zero adds nothing to the plot either.
Zero actively fucks up the plot.
Yeah, so like, it doesn't need to be remade.
Also, another thing that I didn't think about until it was pointed out, but Rebecca is one of the few characters in the Resident Evil series who fully solos a tyrant. Like, without any help from anybody.
Still fine.
Yeah. Obviously, you can't use the knife for everything, but it's not like a bad weapon to actually have in your inventory for a long time. But I will say I've only ever had ammo issues in this game with 2 weapons that I remember. Oh, we're changing the show VMU. Damn.
Actually, wait. What did that change?
No, when Rebecca fights the tyrant in the tunnel, she's solo. It's not with Billy. You could argue that Jill and Chris also solo a tyrant, but technically in the finale they get help from their companion plus a rocket launcher assist. Same as in 2.
Okay. What?
Oh, you enable turbo.
Yeah, I did. I was getting a hang of the buttons and what they're assigned to, but yeah, now I can just flip that on at whim.
Yeah. So Rebecca went through a lot, and it's sad that she is in Resident Evil 0. I would be fine with them remaking Resident Evil 0 as well, but I don't think they need to. I don't think they need to like even acknowledge it exists.
Did I miss something in that other room?
No, you got the dual stuff. I mean, you have a map now. You can check.
Great googly moogly. It's all gone to shit, Kupo.
So you have a door all the way around as
Yeah.
well.
Oh no, it's the doggo. Billy sucked. Oh, no, 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 no. Not dealing with that shit today.
Yeah, I also remember leaving a negative review on RE0 on Steam, and people accused me of being bad at the game and tried to hurt Capcom's bottom line because they don't know how to play Resident Evil games.
Fond memories of the
like,
time that you lost like 40 minutes of progress due to the Vorfrog.
I found out that almost everybody has lost around 40 minutes of progress to that specific problem. It is almost like rite of passage in that fucking game. It stands up so quickly, holy shit.
Yeah. I'm only on normal. I also eat a lot of bullets.
I don't think normal affects their health. I think normal affects ammo drops and how much damage they do.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you. Watch, I get past a certain point in this room, and they'll come out of the cage, and they're doing just fine.
Oh my god. I was about to check the exact response I got on Steam, but I just realized that I hid the Resident Evil 0 from my library because I hate it that much.
Oh, this is bad, isn't it?
You have to deposit all your weapons in there.
On the bright side, they let me keep my dank kush. Wait, what? Didn't I deposit it? Ah!
You deposit the lighter as well. Yeah, the exact comment was, if you're not good at Resident Evil, don't play Resident Evil and then complain about it, shrug emoji. No reason to damage Capcom's bottom line because you're getting frustrated over a game.
Do not suck a corporation's dick. They are not your friend. They will never be your friend.
Yeah, it's very funny because I would bet that I have beaten more Resident Evil games than that person who commented.
Okay, good. They are separate boxes.
No, that's not good. That's actually terrible.
Oh, no, it's terrible. I just, like, wanted to confirm my suspicions. Oh. Does that count as metal?
I believe it does.
Fuck that.
What is shrug supposed to mean again? Like, I don't know. Just don't be dumb, I guess.
I want to mention, huge missed opportunity calling the 3D duplicator not the 3 duplicator.
It's I think Umbrella has a big branding issue.
No shit.
So this is not storage. This is a section of the game. These security boxes do not appear, but there is a very important part about them that we have not gotten to yet. So I'll warn Torpid when we get to it. It's like the elevator in Silent Hill 2.
Well, I got nothing. But you know what, chat? I'm fine. Oh.
Whenever I press F5 in a first-person shooter, I know I'm feeling fine. It's like quit save.
Yeah. I don't know, some use F4 because they're weird.
Okay, so first warning: please open your inventory. You see that green BOW gas
Mm-hmm.
rounds that you have? Do not use it. Do not use it for anything until you get to a certain part. Just chug it in the iron box when you have the chance, and don't use it.
Okay. I'm guessing it makes a certain boss significantly easier.
I will tell you that I used 2 of the 3 rounds, and I was contemplating restarting the entire game because one fight was that difficult. And they expect you to have those rounds for it.
Ah, this is one of those games.
Yep. I think I spent like an hour at least on that fight, and I lost my goddamn mind. I had to essentially no-hit something with hand controls. Bless you.
Thank you. I hear someone just like henpeck
Someone is
typing. Oh
Chris
no,
Redfield.
it's the Canadian.
The Canadian.
What are you doing?
Canadian has a name.
He has to earn his name.
Chris Redfield. Is he a relative of yours or something?
You mean my brother?
Ah, your siblings. Well, it seems your brother is under surveillance by Umbrella.
What? I've got to contact Leon and tell him to let my brother know he's being monitored. It's a good thing I have access to an outside connection from here.
Well, that file shows the latitude and longitude of this place. Why don't you send your brother the coordinates and ask him to come help?
Thanks, I'll do that.
Hey, I was just kidding. There's no way he could get here, even if he is your brother.
Yes, he can, I'm sure of it.
No way. He won't come. You'll just end up disappointed if you rely on others. Believe me, I know.
What was that all about?
No shit.
What just happened? Sorry, will that just happen?
Yeah, is this...
Also, Chris
Hmm?
Chris will come over here because he's a member of STARS.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
It's a hawk, it's not an eagle emblem, don't worry. Yeah, so you can save your progress there if you want. Because you have an increment right next to it.
How much ink ribbon? Just one? Oh, no, it's 3.
I got 3. I got 3. I will say this isn't the most generous of ink ribbon games, because I did have an opportunity where I was worried and was actively looking for ink ribbons. But it only happened once in the game.
This is the same voice actress as Claire in 2, isn't she?
Yes, yes. She also did the voice cast direction for Outbreak, and she also wrote a lot of the Outbreak scenarios.
Wasn't she a translator for
story.
Capcom originally?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, she's responsible for the naming in X5.
Mm.
And why they had a bunch of Guns N' Roses names, because her boyfriend liked Guns N' Roses.
Man, imagine a Wild West of development. Like, imagine if I could just go to work and be like, hey, I like bears. Can we add some bears in here? It's like, sure, man. We got you, fam.
Yeah, Professor Dog. She's Duff McWhalen's mama.
Who's Duff McWhalen's?
Duff McWhalen is one of the bosses in X5, and it's the best name.
Ah, okay.
Man, you can push the door.
No, there's like a giant.
But yeah, he's a large whale, and his fight sucks.
Doesn't sound like a whale all the time. So the eagle emblem, I believe, is made out of metal.
Oh my god, this is such a lame-ass gimmick. Did I miss any doors in this room? No.
No, you only have that one door.
So I gotta go all the way back around.
Yep.
Ugh.
deposit any metallic items you have.
This is a
in the
game that is
security
just
box.
full to the brim with minor inconveniences, isn't it?
Chat, no backseating.
Let's see if the ink ribbons... No. No.
I'm trying to figure out how to untime people.
Slash timeout, space their name, space number, number being the number of seconds.
Okay, I hope you're no longer timed out. I just wanted to delete the message.
Fine, I
Okay,
got
start
my
the roll.
fists.
Yes. Crow, please let me if you're on time now. Now I feel bad. I just clicked the button.
There's a delete message button.
Is there? Oh, there is. There is a trash can button. I didn't see that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just... If Torpid's gonna ask for help if he needs it, and we will help him all collectively. It's just before the stream, we agreed to be ward of soft locks, which I'm doing. Not really soft locks, but you might not be able to complete the game, theoretically.
I'm gonna hit this
Yeah,
button, and that
yeah.
motherfucker's gonna get out, and I'm gonna be miserable. I knew it!
Damn! There's actually... Okay. You get the fire extinguisher. Do you... What do you want to use against 4 zombies? So, by the way, I think you get ammo for the Brup gun in this game. I could be wrong, so it's not like... already...
Oh, fuck off!
Oh, jeez. Nice. Oh no, one's still alive.
Now let's make him regret that.
Good job.
Well, you know what? I'm not doing so hot. I love
I
how
like
she
her
just has
face.
this dopey look on her face.
She looks like a Tamagotchi.
I'm gonna hork down some of that green shit.
But yeah, lucky shot there shooting the explodey thing that did not look like an explodey thing.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of whiffed on that one. So, lucky me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did it before it was cool, Marathian. Yeah.
Wait, have you found an iron box so far?
No.
Oh shit. That's fucked up.
So I'm gonna have to deal with dog time. I bet.
Quite possibly.
Yeah! Let's go! Whoa! Aren't we a funny little guy?
He's just a little guy, it's his birthday. I think you need to like stare at it.
Later, shitlord.
So, yeah, so now we have a shortcut. Proud of you.
Ooh.
Munch, munch, munch.
Hey, pal, you having fun down there? You having a good time? Yep.
The zombie's not breathing.
I mean, we checked his ass, so...
Thank God he wasn't breathing through his ass. You know how much gas there's like compressed inside there, probably. That's it.
Yeah, that is 100% more wind whiffing.
So what's your plan now?
Well, look for something that's on fire, I guess.
Do you want to know whether you saw something on fire or not?
Aside from this truck, I can't think of anything.
You did see something else.
Oh, was it in the other room?
I can tell you where it is if you want me. Because it was easy to miss. It was in the cutscene. You saw when you entered the graveyard, there was an explosion and there was a briefcase covered in fire.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very easy to miss. They highlight it, but you know you're just starting out the game, so you're not really paying attention.
They'll never hear me coming.
Fun fact, the knife hitting on every frame is still a thing to this day in Resident Evil. So, people who speedrun Resident Evil 2 on PC try to get as much frame rate as possible because then the knife does much more damage. Oh shit, no, he's on fire!
It's fine. Oh my god!
Oh, wow, that actually reached. That's nice.
Just a single briefcase on fire.
Yeah, it's like a metallic briefcase. So
Yeah,
it's
wow,
there.
look at that perfect ring of fire.
Do you have categories for each frame? I'm not sure. They might have categories for like platform versions. Hey, got a briefcase. So, can you examine the fire extinguisher now? Okay, so it's an empty fire extinguisher.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the part where people fuck up. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. So most people assume this fire extinguisher is now used up and it's not relevant. So the pathing in the game ends up forcing you to throw this in the security box, and people never have room in their inventory to pick it back up, so they're like, oh, it's an empty fire extinguisher, why would I pick it up from the deposit or security box? And they leave it behind. This is a trap. Do not do that. When you have an item box, bin it in the fucking item box and just leave it there. You'll know when you need it.
I mean, I figured because it doesn't dispose of it. These games are very good about disposing items that are used up.
Yes, but still a lot of people fall for it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, these games have always been very good about tossing things that are used up, so I figured I'd need to keep it for one reason or another. And yeah, they would have, like, the system split for speedrunning.
Yeah, but yes, you can also examine the briefcase. Remember that the manual said it's important to examine items.
Oh, right, I can examine it.
Yes.
Wow, it's a briefcase made of metal.
Maybe if I examine it closely.
Oh, wow. TG01. This is gonna be stupid, isn't it? Oh, good! We're gonna use this to sneak guns through airports.
Exactly.
Wow, it's a plate.
So the problem with fire extinguishers is it's one of those categories of adventure items that has like crowbar utility. Like if you saw a padlock, you could reasonably think, oh, I can just like hit this enough with the fire extinguisher and it'll break.
Yep. It's like screwdrivers. Screwdrivers, you can either use them for everything, or you should just not put them in your game. Because, yeah, having an item that's too useful in an adventure game breaks suspension of disbelief. Because it's like, why can't I just use this? Why can't I use my fucking screwdriver? Let me use it!
Please deposit any metallic
test,
items
am I
you
back?
have
Yeah.
in the security box.
Oh, okay.
You're a bit quieter now.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Yeah, it's fucking right, bitch. No, you're doing great.
Wow.
No, you're great. I'm so. Oh, right. This stupid fucking trap.
Let me disconnect and reconnect.
Okay.
Is it still quieter?
It was fine at first, but now it's quiet again.
Yeah, you might have to manually turn me up. I don't know. I haven't changed my audio settings.
No, you're fine now. It's always weird.
Yeah. Yes, that should be your next playthrough, Nuclear Throne.
No.
Commentate that.
I don't like Nuclear Throne.
It's fine. I stopped liking it around the tail end of development.
This material isn't ready to be processed. It's useless here. Okay, I get it.
I agree, Lou Lane. I think Gungeon is very not clunky, but very restrictive with a lot of things it does.
I also just think Gungeon's kind of mean.
Yeah, I don't like Gungeon at all. I hate the damage thresholding it does in bosses. I hate whenever roguelikes do that shit.
Yeah, hey, Agranash.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, I really like Nuclear Throne. I just think they made it too hard because they kept catering to people who played early access to death, and then normal people like me who are just like, you know, above average to good at video games couldn't beat it. I went from being able to constantly beat the game to like not being able to get past Zone 3.
I mean, they even mentioned at one point that it was a problem that their playtesters were getting too good at the game, but ultimately it didn't change much.
Yeah, they needed to take a step back, in my opinion. They need to basically go like, yep, these people are now good at the game. Oh yeah, this sucks.
Oh my god, she took the turn too wide. Claire, you gotta work on your turning radius.
Yeah, because I have this discussion at work as well sometimes when people go like, oh, I think the game is not difficult enough on this difficulty. And then I ask them, okay, so how many hours do you have in this? 300? Yeah, you should be pretty good at this game at this point. I'd be surprised if you were still having trouble.
Pretty much.
And it's hard to explain that to people because people go like, oh, well, this should be still like hard. It's like, well, you know the game. Like, you played it. Like, I usually, if I spend like 30 hours in the game, I get really good at it. But it's a very easy trap to fall into.
Go away, go away, go away. Not friends with you.
I thought a dog was a man's friend, a man's best friend.
A best man's friend. Ah, yes. The wedding dog.
The wedding dog.
So yeah, that puzzle was actually
game with Steve.
Pretty straightforward.
Yes. Like I said, the main issue with the deposit boxes is people don't get the items back.
Oh, luckily I had enough space for all of them.
Yeah, I was gonna comment something that Ulu Lane said, but I'm just gonna say, don't worry about Ulu Lane. I know how to kick people in the dick when I need to.
That,
No, just a quick step.
okay. Yo. I need the ammo. Oh, hello.
I also don't like the 3D model of the green herbs in this one. They're like way too saturated. The icons are fine, but like actual 3D model feels like.
Is it
way too dark for
saturated?
me. Oh, I guess it's under certain angles. Not saturated, sorry, too dark.
Okay, yeah, I will agree with that.
Yeah. I think it's probably the lighting in the actual items menu. I do like, though, that they brought back OGRE1 item examination. I missed that in 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's a thing later games would also do that I actually kind of dug. What was it? 7 that kind of went hog on it?
On what, sorry?
7. On item examination. I remember one of the games using it quite a bit. Ah!
Well, Remake 1 uses it quite a lot because you have puzzles within the inventory menu. Alright, this might be harder to figure out because you're not on the PS1.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't pop out, right?
It kind of does, but it's like, it took me a second to realize the boxes were the same. And then I remembered the instruction manual.
Yeah, because I didn't see it at first, I only saw it after you did a few laps.
There we go. I'm very smart. Yeah, I skimmed it. I didn't read it, I skimmed the manual. I got the gist of it.
Yeah, you're not a nerd. I gotta read the entire manual.
They put it there for a reason. I mean, it would, wouldn't it, if it's a metal container? Because at that point you're just smothering the fire. No, I don't. It's fine. They're just chilling. They're vibing. Isn't that right, pals?
Yeah. So my theory right now is that they will, because they seem to have a cadence for Resident Evil games that's like every 2 years. I think it's gonna be Code Veronica in 2 years, and then another 2 years after that Resident Evil 5 remake.
Yeah, I'm still thinking they'll jump right to 5, but I want to believe they'll do Veronica.
No, I think they want to do the main game, side game cadence to like let the number entries like breathe a bit. Then again, I do not remember if they did Resident Evil 1 and then 2 right after.
Drop.
Oh, his head, I think.
Oh, well, it's a shame that I can't take it.
Yeah. No, I think they're gonna retcon 6. Like, completely out.
Remember how 6 had a weird invasion mechanic that you never saw past a point because it wasn't popular enough?
Uh-huh. Nice shot. So, I could be wrong. I believe there is a button that lets Claire target 2 separate enemies with that. You shouldn't experiment with it because you don't need it, but I believe there is. There is, yeah, okay. I don't know, birds. outside noise. I don't know. I've never been outside, so I don't know what outside sounds like.
Shit.
Yeah. Welcome to the part of make a note where you've seen items, because you're not gonna have space. I don't bother force healing. You're just not gonna have space.
Oh, I'm not
There's a
gonna.
lot
I was just gonna
here.
take out my gun.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate the controls!
Yep, it sucks.
You
could combine the herbs. Remember that is a mechanic in Resident Evil.
I may as well. Now I got 3.
3 whole herbs. Sorry, gerbs, because they're green herbs.
The fattest doobie. What's that noise? It's like very faint.
It's getting louder. Oh, it might be.
It's supposed to be the the moths hitting the lamp.
Yeah. Whoa, what a mansion.
Is that ammo I see?
Yep. Well, all the Revelation games are set before 6. That's why I think they're gonna retcon 6. Because they keep setting Revelation games before 6, because they don't know how to write anything after 6. Entering your Discord number while you still have it.
Yeah, I don't know why they're getting rid of them.
Because they're fucking stupid.
It was a useful security thing.
Yep. I can't. I'm glad I'm not famous right now, so nobody's gonna fucking snipe my name. But it's really frustrating. There's a lot of people. Imagine if you got big-ish in the last, I don't know, 2 years, and then somebody from like 5 years ago had this or just snipes your name and then uses to scam people.
Yeah. Lane 7 and 8 are post 6, but also they kind of just don't talk about 6.
Yes, 7 and 8 are very localized. So anything that was made after 6 was either set before 6, if it was a global event, or it was very localized, so it doesn't need to reference the world post 6.
I hate these
So it
bats.
doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter in 7 whether 6 happened or not. Same as with 8.
Oh my god! Why? Why are bats the most threatening enemy?
I don't know, but they are. Don't do it, Torpid. I know what you're thinking.
What?
I know what you're thinking.
I'm just gonna reload my handgun, dude.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like use a full heal to pick that up.
No, I'm just gonna look for an item box.
I kept thinking because you did that in RE2, but to be fair, you did that in the end of the game.
Yeah, I did that when I had a fuckload of healing available.
Yeah. Fun fact, Resident Evil 0 also has bats, and it's one of the worst bosses in the franchise. Because it actively sabotages your auto-targeting.
Hell yeah. Fucking finally.
I really hate the font in this, it's so plain.
I think that's fine. I also like the save theme.
Yes, the save theme in this is very good.
Extreme beauty.
Extreme.
Extreme.
She has 90s comic book attire, so she's just like very extreme.
I overfilled my glass of water. I am now wet.
And that's too much information for me. We don't need to know that. I know how to solve that.
How?
With this redeem.
Hell yeah.
I would argue that the lady from Unreal 2 that I've been playing, she's very 90s extreme beauty. I like how when I was playing that, every time somebody joined the stream and saw her, everybody commented with, "What is she wearing?" Have you ever seen like the character?
No, I have not.
I'll just send you the link. You can look at it afterwards during the stream. I don't care. But everybody was basically like, what is that get up?
And a 1. And a 2. And what else should I put away? The Brap gun saved my ass, but also like...
It has 2 slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sending you the character.
Okay, let me see this.
Yeah, it's Ida from Unreal 2.
Oh man, that's fucking... When was Unreal 2 made?
2001, I think.
It sure was!
Yeah.
That is... I was gonna say, that's like late 90s as fuck.
Yeah, it's fantastic. She's a cool character, by the way. She just looks like that. That's about it. But she's actually pretty fine. She's not, like, flirty or whatever. She's very Buffy-ish, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Give me 1 second. I need to show chat this.
Was it 2003? I thought it was 2001. I'm wrong then.
No, early 2000s is still accurate for that design.
Yep, that's 2003. I was wrong.
Where are you?
I think the game's copyright says 2001. That's what I'm confused.
So yeah,
menu.
chat, that is her. That's what she looks like, everyone.
That's right.
It is certainly an early 2000s design. Most certainly.
I just find it funny because you have these hub segments between missions, and every time I'm in one, somebody joined in the meantime, and they're like, "What is she wearing? What is this?"
I could use that. I'm gonna hold off on saving just yet because there's a few things I want to pick up now that I have a bin.
That's fair. That is Unreal 2, Lulane. Unreal 2: The Awakening. A game that kind of tries to be Halo-ish. Tries to be Halo and Half-Life.
But is it as good?
So,
Wait,
no.
Where did,
But
oh wait, yeah, I picked
you
it up.
you picked up.
I'm
that
very
road.
smart.
It's not as good, but one thing I really like about it are the weapons, because they don't sound good, but they look good and they play well. Like they've balanced the weapons fairly reasonably. But it has a lot of like if you look at something older, like in the 90s, you just kind of like drop in the game and start shooting. Just kind of like, okay, start game, start blasting. And it's that era of FPS where you have this long opening where you talk to everybody about everything before you even get to shoot a single person. It's that type of game.
Where was the bathroom? I forget which way. Was it on the first floor?
Well, it was on the ground floor.
Yeah, it sure
on the
was.
left.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember the protagonist of OG Unreal. The one in Unreal 2 is just a dude in power armor called John Dalton, I think.
Tragically, I'm not the master of unlocking. Also,
Yeah.
I appreciate that I have the Navy proof now, so I am untouchable by sea. No boat can harm me.
Well, don't hold your breath in that regard.
But I'm Navy proof.
Is that the guy? His voice was so familiar. I wasn't sure who he was.
I hate it. You writing those words, I can hear his voice in my head.
Because I kept hearing him. I'm like, I've heard him in a game. I can't remember which game. I've heard him somewhere before every time he talks.
I hate it. I can hear his voice in my head, just saying what he is from Oblivion. I got the ink weaving. Ah!
We also found out that one of the characters in your spaceship is voiced by the lead writer of the game, and the lead writer still works in the industry and has a portfolio website that I think is amazing. And still up to date. So when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is like they haven't updated this in a decade." But they have an entire website set up like Mega Man boss selections for their portfolio.
Hell yeah, that's sick as hell though.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was so good. No, Tommy Talarico did not work on Unreal Turn 2. Or he did. I don't know. Apparently he's worked on every video game in existence.
Over 300.
Or 300. You know, that's kind of ridiculous. Like, you can just say, I worked on over 300 games, but when I tell people, yeah, I worked on 10 different games in the span of 6 months that were, like, actually commercially released, I get told a liar, and recruiters question it. They're like, oh, that doesn't seem legit. And I'm like, man, you have no clue how much work there is in Serbia to outsource. Tommy Talarico can say he worked on 300 games in, what, 20 years? 30 years?
Okay. Claire, please. You're better than this.
We'll see by the end of the game if you think that, Torpid. My opinion of Claire dropped significantly after this game, and then completely sunk after Revelations 2.
It's a shame. I like Claire from 2.
Claire from Original 2 is fantastic. I love her. But from everywhere else, I don't know, man.
Claire gets done dirty, is what I am hearing. Fuck! I forgot to put away the... Well, we're going on a journey.
I thought Separate Ways was in RE4, though.
Separate Ways... Oh, shut up. I still, like, quick RE4 spoiler. You finished RE4, yeah?
Yes, I finished all RE4s.
Quick rear spoilers. I hate that she fucking makes that joke at the end.
I love it. You know what I do hate, though, about RE4, and, like, very minor spoilers? That they relegated your small time to an achievement name. That's what I hate. That's what I think that's a travesty.
It's super fucked.
When we got bingo, I was like, oh, hell yeah, we're gonna keep small time. And like, nope, we didn't.
I don't think... Did he ever say your right hand comes off? Because I don't remember that one either.
He does say that in RE4
He does?
originally.
No, I meant in Remake.
In Remake, no.
Yeah, that's also a fucking tragedy. Because that one was also great.
Yeah, the small time part is like the biggest one.
It is a thing that I liked about Leon, is that he had a character trait that was consistent, that is, he is very bad at one-liners.
Yes.
And then they removed it. Well,
yes.
They downplayed it, I should say. They downplayed it.
LZ RE4 has a lot more Ashley and a lot more Merchant And in the base campaign, a reasonable amount more Ada and more what's his face. God, what's the Spanish dude? Sans
Yeah,
name?
Luis. They got a lot
Luis.
more. Got a lot more
Luis,
time,
yeah.
and I actually really liked him for it.
Yes,
He's
I'm
very good.
very glad they increased him. But there's less Krauser, and there is criminally less Sadler.
Krauser gets done kind of dirty, honestly.
Yeah, if Krauser felt like they put him there because they had to.
I will say this though, I actually do really like the back and forth between Ashley and Leon.
Yes, Ashley has been significantly improved. What are they looking at? Octagonal Hollow. Have you found any octagonals, Torpid?
I don't think the proof was.
Was it? You might have to check it.
Yeah.
I don't remember, actually, so you might want to check it.
Neither do I.
It's not that there's less Krauser, there's not really that much talking with Krauser. So there's, yes, less of him.
He's also just kinda super edgy asshole.
But they did. I think Lewis was the biggest improvement. They really gave him a lot more backstory because I think in RE4 they just kind of remove him too abruptly and too early.
Yeah, they expand on Luis a lot.
Yeah. And Ashley gets character development.
Mm-hmm. Quite a bit. And she has a good back and forth with Leon. That said,
Yes.
Hunnigan gets done kind of dirty.
Yes, Hunnigan's like, you didn't pick up the proof.
It's not octagonal.
Is it?
It's hexagonal.
It's hexagonal, okay. Did you ever examine it to see if there's anything else about it?
That's what I was gonna do, actually. Funny enough.
I don't know if it has a button or something. No, okay. Yeah, I actually didn't know, that's why I was asking. You still have stuff to explore, you can probably check your map as to where.
Yeah.
No, there's far less back and forth between Hunnigan and Leon.
Yeah, just in general.
Yeah. It's kind of like how we said that Krauser wasn't super President 4 originally, but there's even less of it now. It's the same with Hunnigan.
It's why what they did with Hunnigan at the ending was like kind of weird.
Yeah.
Which, once again, spoilers for those who are interested. At the very end, she just calls in, going, "Where are you guys?" and they never respond.
Yeah. Well, she sees them at the end, but like on the monitor, so she's fine with it. But with Ada, it's mostly like a side grade because she's roughly the same amount of time there as in the original, but she's I think she has like a bit better writing. And I kind of like her. It's just she's a bit more low key than she is in original 4. Kind of the same way how she's more low key in Remake 2 than in OG 2. Oh no, it's electronically locked.
NTC 0394, everyone. NTC 0394.
Hey, good job figuring it out. In hair shirt.
Okay, sure. I guess.
Yeah, it's weird that it's not in a file, because you would expect something like that to be in a file, right?
Yeah. They really wanted to... Ugh, shut up.
God, zombies again?
There's so many. So tired of the Zambinos.
Hey, Jeff. There's something oddly satisfying about the brap on the knife.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, hey, Jeff. Haha, losers.
Yeah, man, that's pretty good.
Mm!
Oh, wow, that was bullshit.
For that, you get knifed.
I completely disagree with that one.
That was some bullshit.
Yeah, that's some garble placement.
Fucking horseshit. Fuck this game. I will say this, the one thing I do appreciate is, Claire can take a fucking hit in this.
Yep.
I have been crunched and munched to shit by zombies.
I wonder if it's just the zombies, though. Maybe our stuff does more damage.
I can't wait for this to be a trap.
I don't remember healing being an issue. Oh, movie.
Extreme beauty. Yeah, what is this artsy bullshit? Oh no. Extreme beauty.
Yeah, that was the part where I was just like, I'm not feeling comfortable anymore.
Yeah, is this going into place I think it is? Because, like, oh, I don't know.
I won't say much.
2 whole magnums.
I love how the game just fucks with you. It's just like, hey, here's 2 magnums, and you can't have them.
Oops. I didn't want to actually go through that door. Yeah, the girl in her extreme beauty, she's got a real fucking schnoz on her.
Wow. I'll have you know, in ancient Rome, that was considered beautiful.
Good for the ancient Romans.
Yeah, they're all dead now, so it doesn't matter. I got a steering wheel. Congrats.
Like, I ain't shit talking her nose. It is just, like, markedly longer than her brother's.
Okay, I have space for the gold lugers.
I do.
Can't believe Torpid is judging people with big snouts.
Big ol' schnozzerinos. Huge honkin' sniffers.
Yeah, you're actually you like the Hollywood werewolves, the ones that are just like dudes with makeup, but you fucking hate the furry ones with the snouts.
How
Disgusting.
fucking dare you say that about me? How fucking dare you? I will kick your ass.
That's just what I'm extrapolating from this discussion.
How fucking dare you judge my taste in werewolves, in which I like or not?
No, you don't seem like a person that would be boring enough to like the universal.
No, they're so boring. They're so boring.
They're pretty bad, yeah.
Gotta go back and get the Lugers.
Lugers are always a fun gun because you're like, because I'm like, oh, I like Lugers, but fuck Nazis. Like you have to put like a disclaimer here. I like Lugers. I just like the aesthetic of them.
See, I don't really like Lugers that much, and I don't like the slide on it.
I like Luger. When I'm playing World War II games, I do like to have a Luger on me, and a Schmeisser. Which you often have because you're killing a lot of Nazis, so what else are they gonna drop? Our dual-wielding gold Lugers doesn't seem like a great idea. You think you have control? Do you have control? No, you don't. I see you got the hint right away.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with that. Nope, not today, fucker. I ain't dying for this shit. But yeah, no, I'm just not a huge fan of Luger. I don't know why.
That's fine. You're not obligated to like every weapon in existence. You know which gun I like though?
What?
The Rhino.
You know, that's valid.
I don't care how much like gun enthusiasts hate it. I love that gun.
Like, if we're talking handguns, I personally really like the Beretta M9.
Beretta M9 is a good choice. I'm kind of tired of Glocks though, but I've learned to appreciate them.
Like, I think the 92FS is a handsome gun. Hi, chat, it's me, the guy who thinks guns are cool and enjoys their aesthetics, but also hates guns.
I mean, I have never fired a gun, and I don't have a particular desire to do so, but I like video game guns.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how I like murdering people in Dead by Daylight, but I don't actually want to murder people in real life.
I don't know why, I just think the 92FS has a really good look to it.
Raging Bull is also a pretty good one.
What is this? Oh, it's a red herb.
Oh, that's a red herb?
Look red?
I didn't even see it. This is the first time we've been playing a Resident Evil game where you saw something I didn't.
I thought it was like a spider web or something. Yeah, that's valid, Shark Vega. Why?
You know what we should bring back?
What?
That I haven't seen it in video games in ages. We should bring back the fucking jackhammer. Remember when that was in every 2000s shooter that could justify having it, and then it just stopped being a thing?
Yeah. Also, I will say this, Marathian, that's a funny looking gun.
What is this D-Rod star? Oh, I know what this is. Isn't this in, like, the Sniper Elite Zombie game? I feel like I see it.
Maybe? Also, I will say this, Shark, I think snub-nose revolvers look fucking terrible.
Look, they let you dual wield jackhammers in Max Payne 1. It's a pretty good deal.
That is true, Carmine. Still looks like shit, though. Doesn't change the facts.
Yeah, I hate the tiny little...
Yeah!
Oh,
Help me!
no, the Canadian's back.
Steve?
Do you want me to tell you where he is?
Yeah.
He is in the microwave room.
Oh my god, that stupid piece of shit! Maybe I should just let him fucking bake.
Yeah.
Just get us some fucking Canadian bacon up in this bitch.
Yeah.
That was too close.
It was referring to the
But I
magnums.
found something, thanks to
Mm.
you. Looks cool, huh?
Oh, I
Homie,
need those. Give
they're
them to
unloaded.
me.
But never point a gun
You
at someone.
gotta be kidding. I found it, and I'm keeping it. Fine. But let's make a deal. I'll trade you for something fully automatic.
Homie, my guns are
See you around,
loaded.
Claire. Adios.
Yours aren't.
Hey, wait, Steve!
God, Steve is such a cunt. The worst Canadian.
Yeah. So you kind of like rushed through it because you were trying to save him, sadly. But when you first open the monitor and he's like slamming at the door, being like, "Help me," the message Claire says is, "Steve is suffering." Which makes a very good gif. Not everybody's Steve. That's a good name. It's an appropriate name for this. Oh.
Oh no, the rich are at it again.
How dare you interfere with my operation?
What are you talking about?
You let yourself be captured so you could lead your people to this base.
I have no idea what you're babbling about.
You don't fool me. I am Alfred Ashford, commander of this base.
Oh? You must be one of Umbrella's lower level officers if you're in command of a backwater base like this one.
How dare you! The Ashford family is among the world's first and finest. My grandfather is one of the original founders of Umbrella, Inc. Now tell me, why have you attacked this installation?
Attacked?
Shortly after you arrived, my base was attacked. You must have informed your people of its location.
I still don't follow you. I really don't know anything about that.
Unacceptable! How can you deny it? My base has been destroyed. And thanks to you, the experimental T-virus was released, creating countless zombies and monsters. Tell me, who do you work for? Who sent you? Have it your way, then. You're just a rat in a cage anyway.
Despite all my rage.
To keep
I was
you
about to say that.
entertained before I dispose of you.
Ho 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 ho.
So like those medals can't be real, right? That is some stolen valor shit.
I mean, which war would he have been in, Torment?
The Gulf War.
No, I don't think he'd go to... Well, he's rich. He might have gone to the Gulf War dressed as that. It's probably stolen valor. It's probably from his parents or some shit.
Oh, it's definitely like medals one of his fucking like his grandfather or something owned.
Yeah. I do like the image of a rich person with a hunting rifle. It just exudes the hunting the poors. Oh, the poors are at it again. Let them loose so I can at least be entertained.
I think that's a good spot to save.
I guess you've done a lot, yeah.
Also, so I don't need to hear Steve again.
Oh, I have bad news for you.
I mean, in that one cutscene. That one cutscene. So I don't need to retread Steve.
You're gonna be hearing a lot of Steve.
The worst Canadian. No, 100%. They're like his grandfather's medals or something. Okay, let's... There we go. Yep. My gut instinct was right.
Oh my god. I'm looking at unlockables for this game because I realized I never looked them up. You can unlock a first person mode.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Why is the first thing you do spinning that? Get in the sub, Claire, or we'll make Chris do it. Is there a reason not to take the side pack?
No, you don't have the thing. Just take everything you can in this run.
Oh, she's not wearing it.
Nope. Game sucks. Refunded.
My real name is Torpo, and I've never seen it appear anywhere. I'm glad we know how to pilot a sub. Oh, look at some friends. Hello, friend. And yeah, we're...
I was just looking up what you unlock in this game. It's not particularly interesting stuff.
And yeah, we're in an underwater base.
Yes, we're in. Welcome to the secret lab. It's the end of the game. Congrats, everybody.
We did it.
Very short game, actually. Notoriously short.
Okay, I cannot interact with that screen, I guess. But that door...
Yeah.
Yeah, we just, piloted the sub here. Oh no, I heard bats.
Bats suck.
I got a bad feeling about this bridge.
I thought the same when I first played this game, because that's how I died in RE0. Fucking bridge.
Is there anything else in the previous room? Yeah, there was another door. Let's go check that door instead.
I guess you could say that was a bridge too far for you.
Yeah. Look, man, it was too obvious, okay?
Can you examine the fish?
Can I examine the fish? No.
Damn. Spit the fish.
Yeah, I can't believe that Claire doesn't have fish opinions. Oh no! Oh shit piss! Oh god, they can fly low!
Yeah, these enemies suck. I hate them. They're like crows, but worse. Nice.
Okay, I'm only on caution. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm only on caution. I need to start checking the correct way, which is by showing off my sick VMU. Wow, I did it.
The longest trek known to man. Wait, does this not have auto aim?
It does.
Okay, I think it's just like the problem is the auto aim doesn't track Morathian, so you can't follow the bats.
Yeah,
Like,
it
they
is.
move very quickly.
The auto aim works like when you hit the button, it then targets, but it doesn't follow.
So, since you're not playing it, Resident Evil 0 has a boss that's a giant bat surrounded by a bunch of tiny bats. And the tiny bats steal your auto-aim targeting all the time, so you
Gross.
can't shoot the actual boss.
I don't have any particular feelings on this so far, Steve. We're still pretty early. I've heard there's some bullshit.
Yeah. I warned Torpid about a few things to watch out for, but otherwise, you seem to be managing just fine. You're a Resident Evil veteran now.
I know, I've played actually a lot of them at this point.
Yep.
Feels weird.
There's nothing left for me to teach you.
It's like how I've played more Mega Mans at this point than most people ever will.
I mean, technically you've played more than I have, because I've only done the base series. Anything outside of that I played Legends 2 and 2 X games.
I would recommend you play 4. 4 is very good, but...
X4?
Yeah.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll do Mega Man X, but I'm nice about it. Could be a charity incentive one day.
Yeah. No, anything past 4 you can just not. But like, I think X4, X1 and 4 are very good. X2 is pretty solid. 3 is garbage.
Ah, so it's just like regular Mega Man. 3 is garbage.
X5 is alright. It is the start of the decline. But X5 is fine.
What are your opinions on Axel?
He sucks. No, actually, in X7, he really struggles to find a niche. Cause everything he can do, X can do better. And his copy ability kinda fucking blows. And he's actually really hard to use, cause it does the same damage as a normal shot, and you need to kill enemies with it. But in X8, he's honestly pretty solid and finds his own.
Oh shit, the boys are back in town.
The boys... Ooh, that was a fast one!
Woo! Wow, I was real hungry. Getting mighty hungry, hombre. You should play Godhead maybe someday.
Oh my god! Oh my...
Whew, that was close.
Yeah, sure was. The problem with X8 is that X8 is a raging fucking cock.
Hey, it's bowgun arrows. Remember the bowgun from Resident Evil 2? It's back.
Yeah. This is my stance on Mega Man X8. Yeah, X8 ends on a giant cliffhanger that never got resolved.
I wonder where the Mega Man franchise is gonna go, because they've been remaking so many of them.
I would love...
They're remaking, so re-releasing.
I would love for another X game. I think they're really fun. And if they're the level of quality that that Mega Man 11 was, I would love it.
Yeah, I liked 11 much more once I learned to not skimp on using the ability, because it was just built around it, just built around spamming it all the time. See, what Capcom's probably doing is they re-released Mega Man, and then re-released Mega Man X, and now Battle Network, and now they're gonna look at sales data and be like, what do the people actually want? Hey, you can use this as a military training facility.
Which is...
back on the island.
Oh, okay.
I think it is a door you never interacted with, so you wouldn't know what it is, but you walked past it. Legends 3, after Inafune tainted that, I don't think they're gonna touch it for a while.
Like, man, I cheesed the shit out of X8 because it fucking... ugh. It felt really good. The characters were fun to play, it's just the actual design was incredibly malicious.
I don't think Inafune is even at Capcom anymore. I don't even know what he's on.
Yeah, didn't he fuck off?
He kind of... he's probably doing production roles, like outsourcing and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Red Ash? Yeah, no, that's not happening.
What even fucking happened to that? Yeah, that's been years. And there's been, like, neither hide nor hair of it.
No.
Wasn't it supposed to have an anime that just got kind of dropped?
Yeah, I think he overestimated how much clout he had, and then squandered the amount he did have.
Well, especially after he burned a fuck ton of goodwill with Mighty Number 9.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think nobody... he's not really in the limelight, so people aren't really following what he's doing. Which, you know, if popular YouTubers made several videos about me, I would probably also retreat from the limelight. Oh, was he in NFTs? Okay.
NFTs and mobile games, what a career.
Yeah. It's really funny, like, because, you know, recruiters are always a thing, and I have had some approach me for NFT jobs, and the amount of money they're throwing around is ludicrous. Well, I can't. I can't go back to mobile, let alone do fucking NFTs.
From the sounds of it, mobile was fucking soul-destroying.
Yeah, mobile. I like working on mobile games as a platform because I like the touchscreen restriction and the session restrictions. Like, you know, making quick games, I think that's a lot of fun. But it is so predominantly analytics driven and marketing driven that it is just so frustrating to work with. Well, it's because mobile it's good entry level stuff, and it's also good benefits. Like, the quality of work at mobile companies is usually pretty high if they have at least one moneymaker game. So it is attractive to work there, but if you are primarily motivated by a type of project, then it's not.
And we turn here.
Yep.
I can
the
read
yard.
maps.
Do you want any tip on this, or are you fine?
Is this an actual last boss fight?
Yes and no.
Oh my god. Because I didn't think to save. Damn, it's locked from the other side.
We still have one door.
It just seems like just a bit of an inconvenience more than anything. I'm assuming I can kill it.
You can kill it. On my playthrough, I didn't bother. Anyway, welcome to the train facility.
I feel like it'd be expensive to kill it.
Yes.
Is there any benefit to killing it?
I can check, so I'm not lying to you.
I really hate the little rush they do at the, like, right there.
So, you do not get any tangible benefit from killing the worm.
Oh, so there's just no point.
No, these zombies are hungry for flesh. They are hungry for brains.
Why is that fan creaky?
If they were hungry for brains, then Chris would be immune.
One, two, well, 1, 2.
Why are they hungry for anything? Their just doesn't work anymore. It's the craving for flesh, because they are... The usual argument is they turn to basic instinct, and basic instinct is eating.
Hell yeah, I haven't used one of these in ages. And also, they're fucking bioweapons. Who cares?
Yeah. If I was a zombie, I wouldn't bother eating people that can defend themselves and kill me. Man, when you get the bow gun, you're gonna have so much ammo.
Yeah, I can't wait to burn all of it.
I will say that the issues with this game really only start piling on the longer you play it. It's not apparent why it has issues. Like, you've been doing fine. You haven't really had a problem per se, right? Outside of the lack of item box in the beginning.
A bunch of minor annoyances, but yeah, nothing huge so far.
Yeah, but it'll sort of just keep doing that, and then as a whole package, it'll just feel weird.
Wow, thank you, game. You're so generous.
And really hyping up that bowgun, especially because you're running out of handgun ammo. That's a lot of people. Well, if we count zombies as people, that is.
Zombies aren't people, silly.
I mean, they don't have voting rights.
Okay, so the it's automatic.
Oh, it's automatic? Okay.
Yeah, if you got two people coming at you from different angles, she will aim in different directions.
That's cool.
Yep. Cannot interact with that, I guess.
Yeah, Tyrion, but Umbrella is very much a company that's like, yes, this failed, but how can we use it? You have a locker that's likely ajar that you can open.
I don't see it. Oh, right
the
there.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's more bowgun arrows.
I got a feeling in my bones that the bowgun's gonna be a real letdown.
I am not gonna tell you like one way or another. I also don't know that Corpse said anything.
Yeah, there we go.
You know, I expected that.
So did I. Claire, come
Oh,
on!
no. You're getting Dark Souls. Did Umbrella ever even intentionally use human zombies for anything?
Yes!
Yeah.
The idea is they had a 3-phase plan. The first phase is you'd cause the general infection with the T-virus. And then what they would do is they would use that to sow chaos as well as infect a shitload of people in huge amounts. They would then throw the hunters in to kill everyone, like all the zombies, and clean up. And then to kill the hunters, they would throw in the tyrants.
Yeah. It's basically like the one episode of The Simpsons with the snakes.
It wasn't a good plan, but that was the plan.
Yeah, the idea is that it will leave infrastructure intact.
Yep. Which, as we saw, it really doesn't.
So with the tyrants, the main thing was that they could directly control the tyrants. So they could basically just be like, okay, now come back, tyrants. You know, kind of like Mr. X style. Is that a thing over there? Can you interact with that?
This right here? No.
It does, like, pop out, or is that just me?
Yeah, no, it does. It's a different color.
Okay.
Nope. The general idea is you had the first invasion, which would just sow chaos, cause all kinds of problems. Then clean up, and then clean up with the cleanup.
Yeah, it's why hunters replace zombies in the mansion.
Yep.
Can you examine that body? Does he have anything?
No, that's a good question.
180 gone.
No,
Holy
it's
shit.
210. Remember, I've been 30.
Oh, right. So if it shoots 3 at a time, that's 70 shots.
Yeah, that's why they're called hunters, LZ. I don't think there was ever a good reason for the lickers, though.
No, there weren't. Looks were just like a messed up experiment. Oh my god. It's the dude from Medal of Honor. Oh, no, just this guy.
That's right, bitch, run!
Oh no, she has a knife!
I'm gonna fuck him up! Hiya!
Also, something we didn't comment on. It's really wild how when you shove a zombie and you shove them against the wall, they sit against the wall. Like, that tech for this era is pretty wild.
They also blush a little bit when you comment on them. It's really cute.
Wait, you had another ammo box there.
Did I?
It's on the left. It's next to the vending machine.
Oh, okay, that blends in.
Yeah.
Welcome, Claire.
I love how awful.
Consider the area you are in a special playground I have prepared just for you. Please try and keep me amused, and do not disappoint me by dying too soon. I so want to enjoy this.
I love that laugh. It's so good. It is like the correct level of I want to punch that man.
Oh god, that laugh sounds like something I'd put in the Sounder game.
It sounds like you're dragging
regular show.
See, I was gonna say it sounds like you're dragging a table across the floor.
I don't know if the other door was a save room, by the way, before you continue on.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll worry about that later.
So about that.
Oh, hello. Ugh. Ow, rude.
Yeah, you're slowly noticing the issue, right? With how this game just kind of like is like, oh, you opened the wrong door. It sucks to suck, loser.
Oh, where? Can I just not get the ammo, I guess? Okay. Oof, ouch, my bones.
Yeah, there's a lot of these moments where like you walk past a room and all of a sudden, okay, no more progress back. Fuck you.
I can't go back, I guess. Ugh. Hey, it's this jackass. Is it time for him to just fucking die? Why?
He's so cool, Torpid.
Oh yeah, that felt good.
So fucking out of character is what that is.
Don't worry, Claire. Your knight in shining armor is here.
Oh my god. I want to punch him in the dick.
You wish. But thanks for the help.
See? This is why you need me. I got your back.
Whatever. Here. Take these.
Machine guns? For me?
You know the deal. In exchange for your Lugers.
Okay, okay.
Where did he get it? Why don't they have ammo?
This thing
He
is
spent
too
it all.
cool. Yes! Now this is my kind of weapon. All right! Huh? Hey, this thing's empty. You cheated me.
Up there. Plenty of ammo. Just for you.
Way up there?
Give me a boost and I'll get it for you.
All right, all right. Ow!
I like that he doesn't try to, like,
You're
lift
heavier
her.
than you look. Hurry up.
He just gets down on hands and knees.
That's how he likes being stepped on.
Yeah, he's into it. That's the problem.
Happy now?
What?
Oh no, the load-bearing ammo.
Now that your knight has made his appearance, he can join you in your descent into death.
This is so stupid.
It is.
Okay, let's do it.
It looks like there's
Wait
something
here,
else.
Claire.
There's only...
Time to test out my new toy.
Buddy! There's only one magazine.
Don't worry about it.
Oh. Does he have ammo? Ugh!
Better make it count.
It's locked with a simple lock.
Too simple.
Now, once again, because I haven't seen a save in a while.
Yep.
This cannot be used with the submachine gun. This too
He's
cannot
very-
be used with the submachine gun.
He's very single-minded.
Man, I miss playing as Claire. I like Claire. Claire's kind of cool.
You don't think Steve is cool? Did you see how he jumped through the
Steve's a
window
cunt.
and the somersault and then shot the thing and then wasn't even looking at him and then shot and killed him?
Refer back to my previous statement.
Oh, he dropped his little hat when you showed him. Aww.
Yeah, good. Fuck him.
There's a shotgun there. Not a bow gun though, but a shotgun at least.
Yeah, what about that bow gun?
I don't know why you'd want a bow gun.
Steve, what are you aiming at?
Ah. You're gonna kill that zombie?
Do I need to?
I don't know. I'm just wondering. Guess the question is, what would Steve do?
Because it looks like there's a thing of gas here, but I guess I can't interact with it.
Yeah. Well, you can't interact with it because it's not submachine gun ammo.
You're right, you're right. Oh, I should have got that map. But you know what? I can't reload a submachine gun with a map now, can I?
No. But what if the map tells you where there's submachine gun ammo?
Gonna be real, this isn't super cool or anything.
They really tried to make him look cool. Also, fun fact, he had a different face in original Veronica.
Huh.
It was dirty work, but this area is now clean. See? You can depend on me.
Babe?
You see? This thing is a lot more reliable than any person.
Than people? Steve, what were you doing here? Who brought you here, and where is your family?
Shut up! I don't want to talk about it.
Steve.
Never mind. Let's get going.
Can I play as Claire, please? I want to adjust my gun. No! Oh,
Yeah,
does
isn't there like a line? I was gonna comment on it. Isn't it like if you don't kill a single zombie and just run through, Claire's like, "What the fuck, Steve? I must follow
I'm
Steve."
gonna leave it on that screen for a second. I really need to pee. I'll be right back.
Okay. There's Steve. Thanks for dropping by. Oh boy, I'm getting emails about the new magic set. Can't believe that. But that must follow Steve. Yeah. Yeah, it jumps back and forth in this between Steve and Claire and some other stuff. It's very weird because it blocks you from doing other stuff quite often. Like, you can't backtrack, you're just relegated to an area and that's it.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm really annoyed I can't go back, because clearly I can adjust my fucking gun. But no, I gotta follow Steve.
Okay, I just watched. Yeah, I was about to say what Adam said. He actually says "milady" if you don't use any ammo. I forgot about that.
This sucks.
Claire, are you okay?
Steve, behind you!
No.
Oh my god, Steve, you suck so much.
Come, Steve, shoot him!
Wait! I can't! No!
Steve!
Oh my god, Steve, why are you such a pussy? I'll shoot him myself. Buddy, I'm right under him. You're gonna shoot me too.
It's fine, friendly fire is disabled.
Oh my god.
Steve.
You wasted all my ammo, Steve. Oh, little bitch.
Father. Father.
What a coward, can't even shoot his own dad. What a fucking loser. I know if I was in a zombie apocalypse, I'd shoot the hell out of my dad.
Umbrella. Tried to steal
Weak ass
information,
bitch.
intending to sell it off to the highest bidder. He was caught. Mom was killed. And we were sent here.
Oh, Steve.
He was a fool to do something so reckless.
Same archvile.
So stupid.
Also, I agree with Crow.
Just rest.
Ah, Steve, you bitch. Yeah!
It would have been funny if that like game over.
It would have been fucking hilarious. I would have been furious.
So yeah, this is kind of like a indicator of why I like Claire less and less the more games I play, especially in this one, because in this one she's just like always a fucking damsel in distress, and of all the people she could be saved by, she's always saved by Steve.
Yeah, it's not once but twice now, and the worst part is she had a gun. She could have shot him.
She could have done a lot.
It was
of
her
things.
legs that were pinned. She could still get her gun.
She could have knifed him. Hey, you unlocked the door.
Wow, I unlocked the door. Can't stop me, Elsa. You can't stop me. I will project all I want. No!
You coward, just running away from the dog.
Not in the fucking mood right now.
Torpid would shoot his dad, but not a random dog.
I like dogs, thank you.
I don't think that dog likes you.
Sure doesn't.
Yeah, Wang. Fuck video game dogs. Yeah.
Oh, wait. I can do this.
It's why I hate the movement. Like, oh, if only you could pet the dog, motherfucker. In the past 20 years, dogs have been anything but petable in video games.
Hey, Bear,
I don't
look.
want to pet them, I want to shoot them. Oh, it's Bogan ammo.
Another door unlocked. Good chunk.
You can probably guess where this leads.
Yeah! Let's go, homie!
And now, finally, you get a legit save. After all that shit.
I need to ventilate the room?
Where was the save room? Was it there?
I don't think we found one here.
Oh, did you not? Okay. Oh.
Like, there may have been a save room at one point further in, but I missed it. Because I chose poorly.
Yeah, you did the 50-50 and picked the wrong door.
I thought the wood door would be the kind door, not the metal door. No! No!
It's fine, they can't climb stairs. I
can't shoot down the stairs. I'm not allowed. Exactly, Elsie. Exactly. I will not play with the puppies, Tyrion. So, like, right here, you see, right? Oh, hey, look, wooden door. That'll be nice. No, fuck me.
Yeah, I think this is a save room.
It's this gross ka-chunking door.
Yeah, there you go. See, if this was properly placed, you would have gone in the save room and found a key for the other door so you don't miss the fucking save room.
Oh, hey, we can go all the way back to the start.
Yes, you can, actually.
I feel like I should do that before we go so I don't forget.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless you can remember for me.
Yeah, you can just do it now.
Look at that, 240 bullets. Why?
I have no clue, man.
Okay, I'm sitting pretty with ink ribbons. I can make a little safety save here.
Yeah.
But first.
Yeah, there's another green herb on the other side.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all the bowgun ammo you get the whole game. That would be a nice juke where you're like, oh, this game just gives you a ton of bowgun ammo. It's like, nah, it just front loads everything. There's no more bowgun ammo in the game.
To be fair, I'd believe it if this game did that. Actually, wait. Combine the oibs. I can't wait for poison to be introduced in this game.
You know, I don't actually remember if it is. I believe it is, but I don't remember where you get poisoned. Because this game has a lot.
A tea facility. I disagree, Lolo. These aren't cats.
This isn't a one mod from Left 4 Dead that replaces a submachine gun with a cat.
Okay, but like, I love that mod, but also it really, really breaks super easy.
Yes.
It is a buggy as fuck mod. It's also weirdly loud.
Well, it's better than the other firearm cat representation we got, which was in Postal 2. Where you use cats as suppressors.
That's what I think.
Bless you.
Honk. Honk. Honk.
See, the best thing is being subscribed to so many mods on Steam Workshop and Left 4 Dead, so whenever I install it, I don't know which weapon is which, because they all look drastically different.
Yeah, it's really great because it makes the install for my Left 4 Dead much larger.
Oh, how they changed it in Postal 4, where the cat just hops off the gun once it's done and goes on its merry way. I have not really seen almost anything of Postal 4.
I feel like that's for the best.
Yeah, I played a lot of Postal 2 as a kid. Like, I played through it several times, but I don't think I'm into that stuff nowadays.
It was certainly of its time, and even then it was just kind of edgy dreck.
So how I played Postal 1 the first time was I actually just did everything like normally. So like I just like played normal because I'm like, oh, go get the milk. Oh, I guess I'll get the milk, and I beat the entire game. And my ranking at the end of it was Soccer Mom, and I got so upset that I did a second playthrough where I just killed everybody.
Not in the mood, losers. Hey friend, I got the medicine.
What are you doing here? Hemostatic medicine. How kind of you. Thanks.
Bro, we homies.
Here, let me help you with that.
Thanks, but I can take care of myself. Just go.
Keep it. It was a gift from my brother, but...
Thanks. Here, let me give you this in return. You might need it later on.
What a weird trade.
Now go. Don't worry about me.
Here,
There you
keep
go.
my precious lighter full of memories. Thank you for the lockpick.
Yeah, Adamant, I killed the mandatory people. I didn't kill, like, when you're, like, escaping, when you get kidnapped by the gimps and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I killed there, but, like, all the regular stuff, I just didn't kill anybody. Apparently that makes me a soccer mom. So that entire thing you did, I believe, is fully optional. You don't have to bring him the medicine.
Yeah, but it's a dick move not to.
Yes. And you get multiple benefits from doing that, not just the lockpick. But it is not, like, mandatory.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of where I could have used the lockpick, because, like, I'm blanking at the moment, but...
You have the suitcase.
That is true.
Also, is that a door that you're passing?
Yeah, I remember not being able to access it originally. I think it's, like, locked from the other side. Oh, wait, yeah, it's busted in.
Oh, is it busted? Okay. Where do you have a lockpick else?
There were a few places, but I think they were in the mansion.
Yeah.
I don't think there were any in the sub base.
No, the subbase needs the hexagonal items. You got the little elevator with
The
3
emblems.
hexagonal, yeah, emblems. So you're going to, like, save and wrap it up?
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Figured that was the idea. I went the wrong way.
No, that's fine. You can save in the mansion.
Yeah, I can.
So, can you open the map before you save? You're still going to save, but it's more like, can you go to the other areas?
Say it. There were chunks of the military training facility we didn't explore that I kind of do want to get back to, but
Yeah,
that's
so
not for today.
If you go back to the original area you were in, like, can you open that part of the map? So, not the airport. Prison. Yeah, prison. So go back up. So you have a locked door there, which I believe needs an emblem, right? Some sort. You see the locked door in the center.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So I can't remember what you need for there, but that's also stuff you need to do. So one thing you'll notice about this game is it really loves ping-ponging you between areas, whereas previous Resident Evils are, you're now at the police station. Okay, you're done. Now you're at the sewer. Now you're done. This game just loves sending you back and forth all the time.
It also loves filling them up with more enemies.
Yes, that is a very common occurrence.
Despite not giving you any new resources. Gross!
Ooh, nice. That was a good dodge.
So first and foremost,
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
So, what this is you combine it with the bowgun and you get explosive bowgun ammo. So you combine it with the bowgun arrows and you get a stack of explosive bowgun.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's just like RE4 Remake, actually. Oh yeah, this is your next step of progress.
Yeah, I just want to put him in before we go.
Yeah, that's fair.
Beautiful. So can I go back to the military base and like upgrade my gun there yet, or do I need to wait for a later thing?
I don't remember. Like, you haven't fully explored it. You skipped quite a bit.
Yeah.
Of the military base. So you can save and go there next. I don't remember where you find the bowgun, actually. But you should probably have it by now, since you have 200 bowgun arrows, so you probably find it somewhere there.
I'm gonna fill up every single VMU of mine. I wonder. Oh. Why am I doing this?
But you will. There will be a cutoff point where it's the point of no return, and I will warn you before that happens. But before then, you can go back and forth as much as you want to collect stuff you missed.
Okay.
But I will recommend finishing up the military base or training facility next.
Yeah, I think we'll do that next time. Ha! Wait, I gotta get Claire's doofy face. Whoa!
New Twitch emote just dropped.
Okay. I do like the save theme. It's really good.
Yes. I think this game looks good, and I think it sounds very good. It's just... there's a lot of struggles in this game. It's kind of tough love.
But I hope y'all had fun. I know I did. This game's okay so far. I don't hate it. I'm not in love with it, but it's hasn't offended me yet.
Don't worry, the real Code Veronica has yet to start.
I figured. But also check out my good buddy, Real Slavic Bear.
Hi. I guess I better shut myself out.
You can.
Hello. I also stream old games and sometimes new games.
Occasionally.
Occasionally. Like tomorrow, when I'll be doing more 2000s FPS with Unreal 2.
With its amazing character designs.
Yes.
But yeah. So in the meantime, I hope y'all have a good rest of your day, however much that might be.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Maybe one day I'll raid someone.